All right, let me repeat myself now. Since it is we've had the conversation regarding about with Twitch, um, and with everything it is that's going on as of right now, within this past month, I didn't get the chance to really go into details about my feelings and my sentiments. Excuse me, regarding about everything that is that's going on. But I think now's the time it is that we get the chance to actually dive in and to actually have this conversation because over the weekend, of course, I was um y'all know it is that I be in a gym, and I finally got the chance to go to a gym that's outside. Yo, what's up, Grim? That is outside of like my living quarters, so to say. And I did miss it a lot because a lot of my friends here, we all go to the same gym. We all work out and train together. We do Zumba classes together and stuff like that. It ain't like no typical Zumba, but it's like with soca music, you know what I'm saying? With some soca music, a little bit of twerking music and stuff like that. Cool. But and I actually got noticed while it is I was in the gym. And it was just like, you're Ari, right? And I'm like, yeah. It's like you're the only one that is I know that has hair like that. Vibrant hair like that as well. So it was kind of cool. So, this person we chopped it up in the gym and everything and they asked me the questions about with Twitch and with streaming and like my honest opinions on like, how is it um and on top of that too of like what advice would I give if they wanted to actually start streaming themselves. I get this question a lot. This is a very most asked question when it comes down to any streamer um or content creator is like, they see you doing your thing and everything like that. And then now the question is of like, how do I get to that point? Or like what advice it is that you would able to give. And unfortunately, the stuff that's going on with Twitch as of right now, it is very hard to kind of just dance around the fact of just like, Twitch, you kind of just being on your bullshit right now, gang. And to basically start this up, to how this even turned out to be in the first place, it's hard. Yo, what's up, Chickster? It's very hard to do this, very 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 hard. But let's get into what started this in the first place. So this was back on the 6th. Twitch has new branded content guidelines. On-stream logos are limited to 3% of the screen time. Burned-in video ads is not allowed. Burned-in display ads are not allowed. Burned-in audio ads is not allowed. And this is a very big problem for me because when you say something is limited to 3% of the screen, that is very little. Now, I get the fact that Twitch, what they're trying to do is when you do sponsorships or partnerships with like, Stream Elements or whatever sponsor that it is that you're doing, it's not directly through Twitch. And they know this. They're not making money off of the sponsorships that it is that we do. Anybody that started out with streaming knows that this Raid Shadow Legends was probably the first one it is that, I feel like all of us did Raid Shadow Legends as a sponsor and then worked our way up to like HelloFresh and like a couple other things of that nature. So when you do get ads like this, they basically give you things to put onto your screen to promote it, and it makes sense. So you get these logos and everything like that that you put onto your screen and main chats and stuff like that. Oh yeah, Grubhub, Raid, Raid and HelloFresh are scams. I'm gonna say this: I actually used HelloFresh before I started streaming, and I actually enjoyed it. So I can't talk my shit about HelloFresh because I actually did enjoy the food that they would bring to me and stuff. So I think it was kind of cool. Now, Raid Shadow Legends is, I will say that they don't pay on time, but I ain't gonna go into details of saying this. Like, oh yeah, these are like scams and stuff like that, because it, no, the payouts are scams. So I've heard, yes. So, so this basically started all of this. It was the new guidelines to Twitch, and it started out with this. Now, this raised a lot of concerns for streamers, and rightfully so, because when you're saying in the lines of like this is not allowed anymore, and people can get banned off of just doing an ad, trying to sponsor whatever company it is that they're trying to do. That's insane, Twitch. That's really fucking insane to sit there and say that you can't do this. So this became a very huge problem for the early days within this month, as it is. A lot of streamers flushed out their concerns on social media, on Instagram mainly, you know, Twitter, also just talk about it on stream and everything like that. Of just like, yo, that's freaking nuts. That is nuts to say. It is like, they're trying to get money off of this. And ideally, Twitch is bought through Amazon. Makes sense. I'm gonna get into the new guidelines in a second. I don't want to rear off into what it is. I don't want to miss anything. We'll get into that in a second here. So now, it's bad when you have Mr. Beast himself go ahead and calls out Twitch for the BS guidelines it is that they was trying to place onto us. This is the funniest thing I've seen all year. I'm not even a Twitch streamer, and now I want to stream on a competitor now just to spite them for you guys. LOL. If YouTube pulled this shit, I would lose my mind. Hey, Twitch. How about instead of handicapping your creators, you help them to make more? It seems more logical. Now, we've seen this with Kai. Kai was the face of Twitch for all of 2022. Yes, he did. Yeah, claiming he did. I'm getting that in a minute too. You have people that's like Kai, Your Rage, Bruce. You have so many different people that was the face of damn Twitch, and it's nuts to me that Twitch does not have the allocated funds in order to give them contracts. There's no excuse at that point to why that they shouldn't. And especially for Kai, I feel like it was really deserving. It was very deserving for him to get at least a contract. Like, damn, Twitch, you sit there, you send this nigga some sneakers, some custom made Air Force Ones, and not even a contract, not even a thought process or anything like that. I know he's contracted through Rumble. Is it Rumble it is, I believe? But not through Twitch. And what killed me the most is after he did this 30-day subathon, his channel gets banned for a couple days, and then they banned him again. And it's like the level of respect is just like, bro, if this is supposed to be the face of Twitch, it just doesn't logically make sense to me that you would do this to somebody who worked their ass off to get to this point. That's insane to me. So now you see, going back to this, Twitch is now adding fees for those who want to cancel their affiliation status. So this is what this says. If you or we terminate this agreement, the maintenance fee will be deducted from your remaining balance. The maintenance fee will be lesser than the accrued program fees from your Twitch channel, or $25. Any remaining balance after deductions of the maintenance fee will be paid to you. Notwithstanding the foregoing, if you ever became a sanctioned person, Twitch will withhold any program fees otherwise due to you, take any actions required or permitted by the applicant's sanctioned law. You gotta be kidding me. So you mean to tell me that if somebody wants to sit there and say, hey, listen, this doesn't work out for me, I am an affiliate, I'm not necessarily getting the numbers it is that I need, or whatever the reasonings to why somebody wants to sit there and say, okay, I'm done streaming for whatever reasons. It could be personal reasons. You're gonna deduct money from said streamer? That doesn't make... Hi, Graham. It doesn't make sense to me to why you would do this. That does not make sense. It was getting worse and worse and worse by the day. So, of course, people was wholeheartedly explaining their sentiments of why it is that, yo, these laws is kind of... These new guidelines is bullshit. And I understand it. So now, going back to simulcasting, which is basically the stream or dual stream, which is basically they're saying it is like they're not allowing that. So beforehand, when partners, they couldn't do this as it is. Cool. But now it's to down to affiliates. Affiliates, like I was gonna for a while, I was thinking about actually dual streaming on Kick and also with Twitch. And then when I saw this, it's like, oh wow, now you can't do that anymore. Yeah, no double streaming. No double streaming. They're not allowing that no more. So of course, this is me, same day, kick, kick, started streaming on Kick. Started streaming on Kick, you know what I'm saying? All of that. And then after all of the backlash that Twitch received, they started backpedaling. And they were scrambling because they realized it is like you really just fucked over your entire platform of people. The only people that really can't say anything that is the ones that is contracted to Twitch. And I feel like that is extremely wrong to where you have people who are contracted through Twitch, but like the people who actually deserve to be contracted didn't get shit. Something about that just doesn't sit right with my spirit. I'm like, how do you do that? How do you do that? How do you go as far as let's put it in this perspective. Back when I started streaming, this was September of 2021 is when I started streaming, almost 2 years ago. During this time, there was a lot of hate raids going on in people's streams. And people would tweet out to Twitch to say, what are you going to do about with this? I'm getting hate raids left to right, left to right, left to right. I've seen people who had 3 within one stream. I had people who had to end their stream out because they got doxxed because of that shit. So now, and I've heard people sit there and say like, oh, well, you could just ban the people it is that come into the chat trying to like, hate raid you or say a whole bunch of BS and whatnot. It doesn't matter at that point because you can ban, you can block, or whatever the case may have you. But the problem is, yeah, hate raids. So you get follow botted, and then they'll say slurs basically. They'll say slurs in the chat. People got doxxed like right, and it wasn't getting no type of help like whatsoever. It's like, oh well, you could just ban those people, and it's like, what does that do? Because now like their entire address, their full name, their fucking phone number got doxxed on stream. So now that level of protection is already just dwindled down. Now it's just like, well damn, like how do I go about this, Twitch? Twitch basically was just like, hey, listen, you know what? I hear you guys talking about with the hate raids and everything. And like if you go ahead, and you spend a couple dollars, and you get yourself a stream deck, kind of like what it is that I have here, a stream deck, you can able to at a press of a button, you can clear out the chat, you can ban people, or you can switch it to subscriber only. How was that supposed to help? Twitch? How was that supposed to help somebody who got hate rated 3 or 4 times within a stream? Like Twitch didn't really do anything like that. And for a while I was a little apprehensive of wanting to stream. I know I wanted to. Yeah, they ain't do not a damn thing. They ain't do not a goddamn thing, bro. And mind you, I have a stream deck. That's one of the reasons why it is that I bought my stream deck, to be honest with you. Is because like I seen people was getting hate rated. And when stuff like that happens, you either can act quickly or you freeze up in a second and you're just like, you don't know what to do because like something just happened where you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I bought this stream deck to where I could able to switch it at any given time, press the button, boom, it works. Cool. It does nothing at all. That they pride themselves in having a safe, welcoming platform, and yet they do nothing to stop it. Correct. Hate rated for a whole damn month and they did nothing. Exactly. So now I'm entering into Twitch with this. Then this is not including with Twitch trying to become partner is very hard. It's very hard. Um, Even when so this is the thing. They'll tell you it is that you need to be streaming what's it, like 12 days in a row or something that's like that, or you need to have a chat filled with 75 people. Um and the amount of hours it is you put in. Okay, the two make sense, but unfortunately for small streamers, it's not easy to have 75 plus people within your stream. And may I add, Twitch is not a discoverability platform. I'm gonna emphasize on that. What's up, Michaela? Twitch is not a discoverability platform. And this is what makes this very hard as it is. Yes, it's 75 viewers. 75 viewers in the chat. Raids do not count. Uh, People, there's collabs, none of that stuff. It doesn't count. They want 25 or 75 dedicated people that just come into your stream at a whim. And remember when they used to do hosts? They took that off. Twitch took that off too. So even I remember your Rage tweeted about this of like, taking the host off of Twitch is dumb because I want to host smaller streamers who don't get that opportunity to have that many people within the stream. So if it says a host or whatnot, it'll give that notification like, okay, this person is hosting this channel, go check it out and stuff like that. They took that off. So now you have this. Now it's hard enough for a small streamer. It's easy to get affiliated on Twitch, I will say that. But I heard beforehand, it was a lot harder, like back in the wee days of when Twitch started, that it was very hard to get partner. Actually, let me get the actual numbers of what it is that you need as of right now. So path to partner. So that means you have to be streaming for 25 hours. You need to be streaming 12 different days, and you need to have an average of 75 viewers. That is what makes you qualify for partner. But this is the kicker. When you get all of these stuff checked off, like, okay, I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this. Now it gives you the options to apply. When did they take off hosts? Almost a year ago. I know it was I think it had to be like a year ago. So here's the thing: when it is you actually you get to 75 viewers, people like you and everything like that nature, boom, there you go. Now you get the option to apply for partner. And may I add, it's not 75 viewers that they want. They want to see a level of authenticity within your community. They're just like, raids don't count, collabs don't count, none of that stuff. So in reality, you need to be having over 100 viewers in your stream. I'd say even 150 more in order to really qualify to make partner. Now, when people actually applied for partner, you don't get approved on the first whim. I haven't come across a streamer who told me it is that they applied for partner and they got it on the first try. I've heard plenty of people, even Simba has said that she applied for partner 6 times. 6 times. All the other times it is that she got denied. I know a couple of the people, it was 4 times, and other people was 5 times, 6 times, 7 times. That is very disheartening. To where, as a small streamer, you're working your ass off to get to this level of building your base, and then you don't get that level of like, okay, yeah, congratulations, stuff like that, you know? So for me, Jojo said it's not worth it. Oh, we don't get into that. Her being partner is not even worth it. We gonna get into that. We really are. We gonna get into that. Now, for me, when I first started on Twitch, my whole incentive was to do partner. You know what I mean? I don't at this rate now, like if I make partner, I make partner. But that was kind of like the whole thing that is that I wanted. I was working my ass off, and anybody it is who was here from like the OG times and whatnot, like, you know, first stream in, it was like 30 something people that was in the stream. Like for me, my streams so anticipated because I went to DreamCon maybe 2 months before. And I got the chance to meet so many different people of some bros and on some bros, RDC, other content creators, other streamers. Um, but in reality, what really started this was me being a viewer first. I was a viewer for a period of time throughout 2020 and a little bit of 2021 until I said, okay, you know what? I remember vividly in January of 2021, I asked PG in his stream, I'm like, yo, what does it take to be a streamer? I'm actually thinking about doing it. I've already did photography, I already did filming. I already had the basis on what to do. I played video games and stuff like that as it is. I feel like it is I'm entertaining enough to where it is I could do it. So I said, okay, this is what it is I want to do. Um, Ideally I wanted to do partner. But I hear that a lot of times with partner that is just not worth it anymore to do it. The incentive for wanting to be partner has dwindled a lot since I started. He said, but Simba did get her Twitch membership, right? Yeah, she did. But she had to apply for partner 6 times in order to do it. And then she got approved. Even Nicole, I remember when like Nicole and we used to talk about this a lot of just like, damn, like you should apply for partner and everything. And like, she would just let me know, like, it devastated her of like, I didn't get it. And I'm just like, listen, it's okay. We'll just reapply again in the next 30 days. You got the base and whatnot. Like, you're fine. Like, you got this. Like, really putting that out there, like, for all my friends that, um, I was just like, yo, you got this. Like, don't worry about it. Like, I remember when the same day that JoJo made partner and I was in his stream and everything of that nature. Like, I love JoJo so much. Shout outs to JoJo. Um, Grown so much, just being the guy from Florida, you know what I mean? Starting out with his streams and everything like that. And then like just watching him grow as much as that he did in a matter of like 2 years, it's inspiring. It's inspiring to see that within him, Crack, you know, PG, Poise, Berlin, so many other people that I like, even Joe. I can even put like, Joe in the mix. He went from YouTube to then Twitch to, what I'm saying, doing his thing and whatnot. Yeah, a lot of, yeah. Shout outs to Crack. I know it is. It's been a minute since he streamed, man. It's been a little lengthy minute since he streamed. Um, so I was just like, okay, if I work hard enough and whatnot, cool. Now, again, Twitch is not a discoverability app. So now the hardest thing is getting people to come to the Twitch, but you have to post your content on outside platforms like Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikToks. Biggest things it is that I got was from my TikToks. It was really the Arby's video of me talking shit about Arby's is what it brought people's attention to me and to my Twitch streams. And of course, now I could say with the YouTube, it's doing its thing. But YouTube within itself, even though it gives you discoverability, it's hard to get those watch hours. It's hard to become monetized. And then when it is that you do, there's something it is that could able to like demonetize you very quickly, to where it is you don't make money for it. I noticed that they just changed the requirements to monetization. I think that that's great, to be honest with you. Now you don't need 1,000 subs. Now it's only just 500, and then lesser amount of watch hours and stuff like that. Cool. But so now with everything going on with Twitch, they're scrambling at this point. And I think what really made me go ahead and say, you know what, I'm gonna start streaming on Kick. Also why? Um, is because of with this with this of their response of everything that's going on. So say yesterday we released new branded content guidelines that impacted your ability to work with sponsors to increase your income from streaming. May I add, it is that is literally one of the only ways other than subs in order to make money on Twitch. These guidelines are bad for you and bad for Twitch. We are removing them immediately. Now you say all this of after the cries, after the amount of people like on your head top is saying this is wrong. Like, other than, it's bad enough now, affiliates and also partners only make 50-50. So every $4.99, you're only getting $2 $2.495555 is what it is you make from each sub, as it is. Then you remove the 70-30 from partners. Now it is like, okay, well, partners who make over 150,000, y'all ain't getting the 70 anymore. You're going to 50-50. Sorry. And it's like, wow. Shit, people paying, yeah, like $6 on mobile. Hell yeah. Damn, I was about to make my comeback on streaming, but I stopped back in 2015. Oh, you streaming early. That TikTok where it made me join the community and how our friendship started. Oh yeah, the Arby's one. Yeah, and you have to meet the $50 threshold. They changed it. Beforehand, it was $100 threshold. Now, for me, I can say I was fortunate enough when I became affiliate in October 2021. I'd say I was probably, because it was back at 100 then, I was probably $5 short from making the $100 threshold. So I ended up getting paid the next month, which was November, and I've been getting paid through Twitch every month since. Now the problem is that I don't get paid a lot through Twitch. I've touched the rack. I've touched the rack before on Twitch. It was pretty cool, but ideally it's just only a couple hundred because of the amount of subs it is that I have. They're based off of subs, and when you're not getting, partial of subs, bits, and maybe even donations at that. Now, so wait, you said you started streaming. I started streaming September 27th of 2021. So I'm almost 2 years in. So that's very hard to just sit there and say this for like partners. Now you have to go back down to 50-50 after you make 150,000 a year. All right. So there's that. Cool. So here's this new program I followed when she first started her stream. I remember. Yep, it's been a very, long time. Claney has been here. Claney, Blue, damn near Zia. It was like the day ones out here. You know what I'm saying? I can even say Sky and CJ was also like the first ones like in here as well. So as of the 15th, Twitch decided to go ahead and do this. So we want to help the streamers keep doing what it is that they love, so we can all keep doing what it is. So we can all keep loving what they do. Introducing the Partner Plus program. All right. So now we get to this Partner Plus program. Let me go ahead and actually zoom in on this. So today we're announcing the Partner Plus program, a program for streamers to build towards as they continue to grow their business. This new partner program benefits will offer 70% shares of the net subscription revenue to the streamers who qualify the qualification criteria. Streamers in the Partner Plus program will receive a revenue of 70-30 revenue shared on the net subscriber revenue of recurring monthly subscriptions and gifted subs for 12 months, up to 100K. Here's the kicker. To qualify, partners must maintain a sub count of at least 350 reoccurring paid subscriptions for 3 consecutive months. Once that happens, the partners will be automatically enrolled in for the next 12 months. If you dip below the subscription, the threshold during the oh wait, if you dip below the subscription threshold during the 12-month period. This Partner Plus program will launch October 1st of 2023. Streamers that meet the qualification criteria in July, August, and September will be enrolled into the program and notified in October. I just got affiliate, and now I don't know. I don't even want to get partner after seeing everything. What's up, Galaxy? Okay, so with this by itself, this is actually a lot. 350 reoccurring paid subscriptions for 3 months in a row. I'm gonna wholeheartedly say this. Gifted subs don't count, and unfortunately, Prime doesn't count neither. Because I have Prime. I have Amazon Prime. So in reality, it gives you a subscription within itself to where it is you don't have to pay for anything. Gifted nor Prime? Nope. Those two are not it anymore. They don't want none of that. They want people who paid for the subscription. And I think that Twitch doesn't understand what's about to come with this as it is. Because there's a lot of streamers who go based off of gifted subs, who do subathons, and all that nature. And then there's people who just like to bless the community on its own accord. There's some people that just like to come in, donate through, put their gifted subs and everything like that to the community because they know a lot of people are younger, onto the younger side, or don't have the money to go ahead and really, subscribe as much as they want to. And what's worse is, entering into a stream and you're getting hit with all these different ads that you can't skip. You can't just like exit out and then re-click back onto somebody's stream and whatnot. You have to watch through those ads, and that sucks. And then however many, I think it's like 90 minutes for me, or somewhere within an hour to 60 minutes to 90 minutes for me, I get my ads automatically go off on the people who are not subscribed to me. So that, like, Tay, he gifted like 5 or 10 people every stream. Yeah, he does. He does. So this is very problematic because this is 350 paid subscriptions for 3 months. And this starts out within July. My concern is with this is this is going to make people's incentive on wanting to gift subs diminish very quickly, because those gifted subs is not going to make the streamer qualified into the Partner Plus program as it is. A lot of streamers, unfortunately, do not have 350 paid reoccurring subscriptions. Unless it is you are a big streamer, as it is, then you don't really have anything to worry about. But if you're a medium sized to a smaller streamer, this is very concerning because it's hard enough to even qualify for a partner. Now this is like a slap to the face almost. It's like you've repackaged what people was talking about and their concerns and their sentiments and everything like that on social media, and you just gave bullshit. You gave more of a harder reason for streamers for no reason. And this is very problematic. I don't like this whatsoever. Because now, let's say if you get 350 paid subscriptions, July, good. August, you're good. But if you don't get it within September, you don't qualify for this. So now you got to start all over. You got to start all over again until it is you actually make 3 consecutive months of getting 350 paid subscriptions. So this is going to enforce a lot of streamers to start streaming more. Imagine you're the one sub off. This is going to make a lot of streamers unfortunately have to stream more. There's gonna be a lot of streamers that's gonna stream more. And the problem that comes with this is with streaming by itself. To do streaming, you're sitting down quite a bit. It is really not healthy to sit down all day, every day, type of jazz. It's really not. I can attest to you, anybody this who's like work at a cubicle all day, or you're sitting down all day, standing in one spot throughout the day. If you're a truck driver, or if you're doing this, you're sitting for a long period of time, and that's not healthy for your body physically. This we're not even getting into the mental aspect of this. We're going based off of physicalities by itself. And for me, I with having autoimmune disease as it is, uh, when I went through restless leg syndrome back in March, because I'm not gonna lie with you guys, like this is what started me working out, is when I went through restless leg syndrome, because I was not working out. I wasn't working out, I wasn't getting the proper sleep, and I was not eating the proper foods. All for it, period. And my body was telling me that this I can only do this for so long until it just something happens. And I would not wish like neural pain or neurology pain or nerve pain. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. That shit is so painful. It's it's not even a pain it is that you can able to control. It's burning, it's like ants crawling up your legs and all this other shit. So after sitting down for a long period of time, you feel it onto your knees, your back, uh, your calves, especially your feet. Sometimes it is your shoulders and stuff like that, depending on how it is you're sitting, neck, all of that stuff. This is a physical being stuff as it is, where it's not healthy, because now you got to work your ass off to not only become partner, but to get this partner plus program to get a 70/30 split revenue for the next 12 months until it is you get up to 100K. Then it's just back to 50/50. And now you're going into the mental state. And this is the most concerning part for me. Mentally, to keep doing this, it is very draining to be a streamer. I'm gonna tell it, like, I know Rio talked about this earlier, but the only reason to why it is that I stream is because it is the like people in the chat. Y'all don't know how much it is y'all help me with my mental state. Just being here, just chopping it up into the chat. I don't care if it was 5 people or whatnot. If there was nobody in here saying a word in here, I would have been stopped this. I would have never streamed again. If I did not have y'all into this chat, I want that to be wholeheartedly clear. Hold on. I know it is for a viewer watching your favorite streamer help you throughout like the day, help you throughout like, whatever it is personally it is you're going on to make you escape. But you don't understand for a streamer how you guys being here helps us escape too. It gives us an incentive, it gives us a reason to be here. But half of the time there's been times that I did not want to stream throughout the day. If anything, I was just like, ugh, I gotta fucking stream and I don't know what to talk about. I don't even have any videos set up. I'm just gonna improv it, fuck it. And it ends up being one of like the most lit streams than my structured streams. That's crazy. You said even if I had no viewers, I'd still keep going. And Trixie, you better than me, because if I didn't have no viewers in this bitch, I would not be doing this. I would not be doing this. If there was no viewers in my chat and it's just me just talking to myself, even though it is, I do be talking to myself quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? All the greatest geniuses had a conversation with themselves here and there or whatever, and I have about like 3 or 4. Throughout the day. It is what it is. You said we know? First of all, fuck you. So mind your business. Damn. Be having a wholehearted conversation with myself, bro. People be like, you talk to yourself? That's crazy. I never said it is. I was saying. Get off that shit. So if I didn't have this, if you guys was not like as chill, one thing it is that I love about doing this is that I don't necessarily have to game. I will say it, I'm more of a conversationalist type of person. I'm more of a reacting type of person versus being a gamer. But my community, you guys, I fuck with the fact that is that we can come here and we can have conversations and we can also make jokes at the same time. Because if I did not have this, I would not be doing this. I would have unfortunately fell into the lining to where most streamers say, I don't think this is working for me. I do not think that this avenue works for me. And after all that money it is that you spend on a PC, monitors, a camera or webcam, a mic, lighting, um, Stream Deck, Go XLR, um, all of those things just for it to not work. I'd be devastated. Because in reality, what this is, yo, what's up, Patrick? What this is, streaming is taking a chance on yourself. It is Russian rouletting your shit for you as a streamer to do this. You have to make that decision to be like, okay, if I'm going to be a streamer, I'm going to take that risk and do it. I don't know if this is going to work. At a time when I started streaming, I left a job that I was at 3 years. I wasn't getting no raise. I was not getting no recognition, no nothing. If anything, it is the people was trying to find a reason to get me the fuck up out of there. And I'm like, yeah, nah, this you ain't gonna fire me up in this bitch. I'm gonna leave. And then, of course, with COVID, now it's unemployment. A lot of people was on unemployment, you know? A lot of people, including myself. I waited 9 months to get my unemployment money. While everybody else had qualified and got their shit, was getting an additional $300 on top of the most it is that you get is like $450 each week, depending on how much it is you normally would make. But for me, it was $316. So an additional 300 of that for weeks on end, I was not getting. And in my state, they was trying to take out the unemployment stuff in July of 2021. They was trying to remove that shit early. It was just like, hey, listen, these niggas is not working. They're not working. They're making over $600, $700 a week. They're damn near or almost to $3,000 a month just being on unemployment. And there was people that was like me waiting to get money. And I'm not gonna lie with you, like putting that financial risk onto yourself to where you don't have that money, that cash flow coming in, you got bills in your name, you know, things, you know, cars you gotta give up, phone bills you can't pay, evictions that could happen and stuff like that, because renters don't give, like landlords don't give a fuck. Landlords don't give a fuck about that. They want their money paid, just like any other bill. All that to happen, and it's just like, damn. I'm not only it is that I'm going to wait for this money to come in, but I'm gonna buy a PC with this. I'll buy a PC. I already got cameras and stuff like that. Boom. And I'm gonna start streaming. I'm gonna start doing content creating. Now, I wasn't going through an eviction. I wasn't really going through an eviction. You couldn't get evicted anyway. Or at least in like for a period of time, they couldn't evict you because of the stuff with the pandemic. They couldn't do it, even though it is like landlords wanted to try. So they was getting real desperate and wanting to try to sue people for like past due balances, stuff like that. I've seen a lot of people unfortunately have to go through that. But during this time, I left a job that I hated, was waiting on unemployment, and I went into PG Stream and I asked him, I said, okay, what is this going to be like to stream? What are some advice it is you can able to give me? And for him, he, like, of course, PG is gonna say just start. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already have the knowledge to go ahead and do this. And I'm like, I don't know. I was gonna stream a lot earlier. I'm not gonna lie with you. And I know it is a Clanny you was talking about with stimulus checks. I didn't even get the stimulus check on time when it is that everybody else was getting theirs. So by the time the second stimulus check came out, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go buy a PC. I bought this, I placed in an order at Best Buy, this PC. It was only like 8 gigabytes. It was only like $500 something. And I bought one of my monitors, which was my right monitor, along with that. I was like, okay, let me buy this with this keyboard and this mouse and whatnot, and you can start streaming. Man, I placed in the order and Best Buy was just like, hey, listen, sorry, we have to go ahead and cancel your order because the PC it is that you placed an order for, it's sold out. And I'm just like, nigga, is everybody buying a PC with their stimmy check? So unfortunately, all I had was this monitor for like months on end. And I said, okay, well, I just applied for unemployment. I will wait for my unemployment money to come through to get the proper PC it is that I wanted. I didn't get my unemployment until September 3rd of 2021. I was in school when I got the approval. Mind you, I got denied back in July, and I was gonna go to DreamCon of that year for 2021. I remember vividly just telling Nicole, I'm like, hey, listen, I still haven't got my money from unemployment, so I don't think it is I can go to DreamCon. She was like, no, you gotta go, everything like that. Like, it's gonna be so much fun. It's like you don't understand what this is gonna do for you. I said, all right. If it wasn't for my dad, if it wasn't for my dad paying for my flight and also for the hotel, I would have never went to DreamCon that year. So got denied, had to appeal, do a whole court, go to court for the shit and whatnot for unemployment. Right, W dad for real. Um, and after I came back from DreamCon and meeting everybody for the first time, like, well, I already had met Berlin, but meeting PG, Joe, Hickson, uh, who else did I meet? Dante, Ricky, Ronchi, um, Jojo, um, meeting all these other people, getting the chance to finally go ahead and meet them. It put a face to the naming so much. Now I wasn't with blue hair at the time. I was about to be, but it put a face to the name, and then it was just like, all right, when are you gonna start streaming? When are you gonna actually start doing this? Yeah, that was my first DreamCon. First DreamCon. It's like, when are you gonna start doing this? And I'm like, well, I gotta wait to get my PC. Yeah, black hair Ari. Black hair me. And not to say like I don't see that, because obviously, underneath all of this, I still have black hair. But to you guys, I am blue haired Ari. And I'm always going to be blue hair Ari, to be honest with you. Carrying around that big ass camera. Listen, listen, listen. I always was like, look, before this, I was always a camera person. I always did photography. I always did films. I always did that beforehand. So I was carrying a camera around with me wherever it is I was going. I didn't care to where I was going. I was carrying that camera with me somewhere. That was just it. Let me switch back to this screen. Um, I was carrying that camera with me, and I didn't realize to me being around them, meeting them, and everything like that. It put like a face to the naming. Um, and that's what kind of started it to where people was like, all right, when are you gonna start streaming? So finally, when I got that unemployment check, I got, I don't want to say exactly to what it is that I got, but let's just say I had enough money to buy a new car, uh, like a brand new spanking car out of the factory. Let's just put it that way. That how much I had finally had gotten from unemployment after like 9 months of just putting in my weekly amount, like weekly check-in and stuff like that. Didn't get that from like back in December, the end of December of 2020, all the way until September of 2021. Almost a year worth of unemployment that I had never received. Finally got it. And I said, okay. You said you wish you was here during those times. Hey, listen, you're here now though, so it's all good. So I decided when I finally got this, I said, all right, I'm gonna buy this PC. I'm gonna buy a PC it is that I wanted. And I ain't gonna go into details. Some people know how much it is I allocated to this PC, but just know it's a pretty expensive next TV. It's a pretty expensive one. Got the PC, got my monitor, Go XLR, bought the Stream Deck, got a secondary camera. So I was in the beginning, I was streaming with two cameras, and I had a couple light fixtures. I didn't need the ones that is you could just hang up onto the desk, because I'm just like, all right, I got so many fucking lights and shit as it is from film school and from my own accord. And I started streaming. Um, First streaming, 30, 40 some people in, just off rip. Off rip was just waiting on me to actually start this. And it has been a journey. Even with Twitch being on its bullshit, um, I couldn't I couldn't really thank y'all enough, to be honest with y'all. It's almost been 2 years. It's almost been 2 years of making that decision. And this decision comes with a lot of different things. Um, I'm not a traditional 9 to 5 worker. Do I need to go back to being working a 9 to 5? No, I'm glad to say this that I don't have to do that. But that does not make me better than somebody it is who is working Monday through Friday because I was once that person. I just hated the company I worked for because I would always come in early. I'd always had like a bubbly personality. I'd do my job and everything like that. And somehow or another, people still, especially older women, uh, who didn't get the chance to do the things with their life, they feel as you're a threat. And anytime it is somebody look at you as a threat, they get aggravated with everything it is you do. You could just be breathing and it's just like, oh, this bitch, bro. Like, it ain't the first time it is I had to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? It's weird, but you know, bitch ass Amy or Ash. No, it was Amy. That's her name. You got the name right the first time. Amy and Jessica. You know what I'm saying? Them two bitches gave me hell at my last job, and then just good to say it is like they still working there, but I'm not. I don't have to go back there. But even with that being said, just because it is that we don't do a 9 to 5 traditionally, like you could just clock in, do your job, clock out, and you go home. That is it. Unfortunately for us who do content creation, it is a 24-hour thing. It is you waking up to edit videos to put up YouTube, TikTok, whatever the case may have you. And it's whatever timing it is that you stream, then it's preparing for the next thing. Then it's trying to allocate time with yourself, your friends, relationships, your own sanity, trying to squeeze in going to the gym, to taking care of your body as well. It is not easy to do this. And it's very tedious on your mental state, your sleeping schedule, all of that stuff, especially when you stream late, you know? So it is hard to do this. It's also rewarding, very rewarding. So for me, I hope it is that Twitch, I don't know, Twitch, Twitch, you've been kind of on the bullshit, to be honest with you, with some of the things it is that like you're implementing with certain rules. But I do feel like this Partner Plus program is bullshit. Um, it was cute. It was a cute little gesture, you know what I'm saying? To be like, oh yeah, like if you work your ass off to get 350 paid subscriptions for 3 months, we'll give you a nice little 70/30 revenue. But until it is you get up to 100K. And then you're back down to 50/50. Now, YouTube, um, the YouTube platform for me has been my most, not only just my most paid platform, but it's also my most recognized platform so far. Um, as it is that we are still growing. Um, I will say there's a lot of discoverability on YouTube. It all it takes is just one video, to be honest with you, and you start seeing it. You start seeing the recognition start coming in. But then a demand comes in of we want more videos. We want more of this, and this. And it also depends on what your audience also likes watching of you, which that could be hard too. My main thing is yo, what's up, Red? My main thing that my audience like to watch is Pat God vids, CJ vids, Corey Kenshin vids, um, and Memes Monday. Now Memes Monday has been it's going up because it is something it is. It's like funny. People like funny things. People like anime. People like funny shit, and people like Corey. So it works for me for now. Um, but I will say if YouTube ever was to say we're not doing a 70/30 revenue anymore, we're going down to 50/50, oh, that will sit there and make a lot of people get upset. Because the reason why it is I ain't tripping on Twitch too much anymore, is because of the fact now I have the YouTube as it being like my most paid revenue and also my most discovered revenue so far. Now I'm working on getting the program to TikTok, which also has a 70/30 revenue. Like everything else has a 70/30 revenue other than Twitch. But Kick, on the other hand, has a 95 to 5 revenue off rip. So now people are saying they're crying out to these certain things of like, okay, Twitch, this is what it is that's going on. We don't like this. We don't like this. Can you help us with this? This, and this. Like strategically adding Twitch. Yes, 95 versus 5 revenue. And Kick is using the same streaming platforms as Twitch. This is bought through, it's through Amazon, and also working on hourly wages for small streamers. So when you complain and when you also make concerns enough, and then you have another competitor that hears that and is just like, you know what? This platform is not helping out their streamers. We want to go ahead and make sure that they get to that point. So now Kick has been doing their thing. Kick has had over 1 million. Yo, Red, thank you so much for the gifted sub. I appreciate you. I don't know why that alert just almost scared the living shit out of me. Damn. But Kick has now had over 1 million people signed up for this platform. 1 million people has signed up for Kick now. QVC has now moved to Kick. And I was in his stream over the weekend and he was streaming Dark Knights, and they was trying to get him to stop because for DMCA bans and stuff of that nature. But other than that, you can basically, there's so much more lenience that you can do on Kick. They're not tripping off of that anymore. Plus now people are getting signed through contracts on Kick to make more money. Bruce is one, for example. I know there's been speculations about with Kai, but Kai is underneath Rumble. But I know he is seeing a little bit to what it is that they're talking about. Just a wee bit. Nothing too crazy, just a wee bit. Aiden, and it makes sense for Aiden because they was kind of like playing around with him a little bit too much. And also Bruce is another one. They're Kick is starting to bring the money to these streamers that Twitch has failed to do. And I know Twitch is bought through Amazon, and I know Amazon make a lot of damn money within itself. But Twitch as a whole does not have the money to support their streamers as much as they do. That's why they're doing these things of like taking out the 70-30 revenue and doing 50-50, or this partner plus program of all this nature. It's because they don't really have the funds like that to give to us. So this raises a lot of concern for smaller streamers. Well, I wouldn't even say smaller streamers. It could be streamers of any size, big, medium, small. What is the future? I think I'm probably gonna end out with this topic. Is what is the future? What is next when it comes to this? Because you can't just keep streaming forever. Nobody wants to be in their 40s and 50s and still having to stream, boot up the stream and everything like that in order to make money. A lot of things have to be saved, allocated, invested, and of that nature and whatnot. Boom. So one of the things is, if you have not done an LLC, I advise it is that you guys should get attorneys popping and everything like that of that nature. Get some legalities within your name. Cool. But now, what is the next thing? What is the next platform? What is the next way to where it is that you don't have to keep doing this on a day-to-day basis? And this is what my dad was telling me yesterday. And I was just like, look, I understand that you like to stream and you're doing these videos and stuff like that, but you're doing this by yourself. And God forbid something happens to you. The videos stop. The money stops. The streams stop. All of that nature. What do you have to show for it? And that raises such a big question for me. And it should also raise a big question for everybody else too. Oh, what's up, Jimmy? It should raise a very big question for everybody else, because now, yeah, you have your community. Yeah, you have the following and stuff like that. But if you don't have nothing saved in your name or some investments and stuff like that, what are you doing? So now, like I said, this raises the question of what is the future for streamers? How do we move from here when, like I said, I don't have a problem with Twitch personally. You know what I'm saying? I like being on Twitch. I understand it is that my base, even though it's not my biggest base, um, is here. We can able to hang out. We can able to chill. You know, we have an allocated day um, throughout the week to where everybody's just like, hey, listen, we're here for memes Monday. We're here for these reactions. We're here for these talks and all this nature, blase, blase. Boom. We have all these things. But what if I didn't have this? What if this didn't work for me and whatnot? So when people ask the questions of like, what does it take to be a content creator? What it takes to be a streamer? Understand it is, I'm not even touching, I didn't even touch into the basis of when people look at you differently. I haven't even touched on that as itself. I haven't even touched on the, you get put up on a higher pedestal. Um, your safety almost gets at risk, damn near, where people try to go as far as trying to figure out where it is that you live, what like your full name, your parents live at, all this nature. They see you out publicly, they want to go up to you and everything like that. You don't know if it is that they cool. You don't know if it is that they go pull out a spaghetti. You don't know. You don't know these people, so it's like you're taking a chance on that, as it is. You know what I mean? You just posted out on your story, did you? Either way, regardless of the highs or the lows that may come, I'm proud of you. We all are. Thank you. Thank you. So I didn't even touch bases on just that by itself. Or another thing, I hate to say this with streamers, is that a lot of streamers, man, are, I won't say phony, but a lot of streamers just be kind of full of themselves. A lot of streamers, man, it's bad. It's like you are a streamer, but you don't want to be classified as a streamer because it's like it's just like cosplay community. I know a lot of people was just like, yo, Ari, I noticed you like to do cosplay, but like if you just gonna do cosplay, just do that by yourself. Stay to yourself and don't get involved with any other like groups, dramas, and stuff like that. It's the same thing with streaming. It's the same thing because there be a lot of people who use their streams as like a vessel to talk about with dramas and throw shade at other people and stuff like that. And it's just like real streamers and just real people in general don't have to use their platform in order to throw subs at anybody. I feel like just in general for me, I don't ever have to sit there and throw stones at somebody because it is like I'm feeling a certain type of way. I don't do that shit. It's just not my speed. I'd rather talk. I'd rather have a conversation and talk with you. Or I just go about my business. You know what I'm saying? I just go about my business, just my mind at the end of the day. But streaming, there's streamers it is who feel like it is that they're better than you because they have like amount of subs or they have a certain amount of like uh subscribers, a certain amount of like followings and stuff of that nature. And it's like you could die today. God forbid, you could die today. What does that mean? What does that mean that you have all of this? What does that mean? Nobody's going to care about that. Only self cares about what those things, those monetary things, material things, damn near. So, my thing is that I like collabing with people. I like being able to say, hey, listen, like we cool. I know this person, this and this, but you don't ever want to get too personal with other streamers, even though it is you be cool with them. It's like if you're cool with them and those are your main people, stick with your main people, please. Because this is the problem it is that I had when I first started doing this. When I first started streaming and I knew of people, I asked around of like, yo, can we be able to collab? Can we be able to play games? Can we be able to do this and this? And it's like, oh yeah, like we can able to play some games. We can able to be on stream together. This and this. I never got that response. I didn't get that response because I didn't have the numbers to match with myself, which is sad to say. People didn't take me all that serious when it is starting out. And that's usually how the thing goes in the beginning when you don't really know somebody that could pull your coat or whatever, or just be like, oh yeah, this person's cool and stuff like that. A lot of people just be like, listen, if they're clicked up in some form of way, they don't like new people. People are not as friendly as what it is that they think that they are, and especially with streamers, especially with content creators too. Some people will say, like, oh, they say these things to be fruitful, but do they follow those things? No. And I learned that very quickly. It's like, dang, there could be people within your circle that will see you start succeeding. And then that's when it is that they start showing ass, bro. They start really showing that of like, oh, they're clapping for you, like, oh yeah, congrats, like, you're out here doing your little thing and everything like that, blase, blase. And then and in the back of their mental, they're wishing it was them. Good, bad, or indifferent, whatever the case may have you, whatever it is, it's a selfish reason. It's a very, 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 very selfish reason for them to sit there and clap it up for you for your accolades and your success and whatnot. But then they're also using that against you. And I wholeheartedly witnessed that. I witnessed that, and that was a sour feeling for me, where it's like, dang, I want you to win just as much it is that I want to win. Listen, if I'm eating, my niggas eat. Point blank, period. If I get to a certain level of point, everybody around me is chilling. Everybody around me is good. They don't gotta worry about none of that shit, bro. And you're the main person that's almost thinking it is that I'm not worthy of that, or I'm materialistic because I say my numbers or some shit. Like, the stuff like that really fucked with me my first year of streaming. It really fucked with me. I'm like, damn, like that was a whole level of like hate I ever experienced before within your own circle. You know what I'm saying? I expect other people, you know what I'm saying, that don't really know you, but it'd be the people that know you that will sit there and be like, I see you out here doing your thing. All right, cool. This is and this. But then when you actually start succeeding, that's when it's just like, oh, this bitch is really being serious. Oh, they out. What are they doing at this rate that I'm not doing? What are they doing? Because I've been putting in this amount of work. I've been doing this for this amount of years. I've been putting out this amount of videos per day. I stream 8 hours every single day. And I do this, and this. And I'm not getting that. This person who's been streaming less, who's been doing this shit less than me, is getting more success than me. That alone will make people switch very quickly. That alone will make people really show face that fast. And I witnessed that, man. And it's not a fun feeling. Some niggas just don't be entertaining. See, that's the thing with this. It's like, you have to give incentives to why you want somebody to not only follow you, subscribe to you, or whatever the case is, but to come back. And not only come back, but to also, support you to the point where it is that they give back to the community. They donate to you, like off stream. They make sure it is that you good. I have a whole, like, the people within my gang, we got Grim, Trickster, Zia. I can add Summer into the mix. Skull, Simba, Mikey, Aaron, Majin. I have a group of people where it's just like, yo, you good? Like, is there anything that you need? Did you eat today? Did you drink water, or whatever the case may have you? If I didn't have this, if I did not have this by itself, wouldn't even know where I'm gonna be at. And that's not even including my coach. I wouldn't even, in my mods. My mods do a service for me, to where it is they don't have to do this shit, and they do it for me anyway, because it is that level of like, yo, they fuck with me and I fuck with them. And that's so, like, it's cool to have. He said, I'm invisible for real? No, the fuck you're not. Claney, hush him out. Don't say that again, damn it. Some are just there for bedtime chill vibes and not. Yeah, that's true. It depends on when it is you stream. I stream a little bit late, you know what I'm saying? I started out at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It was in streaming, and then I didn't realize how late I actually was doing for myself, because he said, look at her hitting me. I didn't realize how late that was until, like, I got off a stream. It'd be like 12, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Then I'm trying to decompress, eat, everything like that. I'm eating like at wee hours, man. I ain't going to sleep until like 3 or 4 in the morning. And then to get back up and do the same shit all over again, it's just like, damn. Trickster, I said you. Oh, you're talking about McClaney. Yeah, Claney talking about something that is that he invisible, bro. Boy, if it wasn't for Blue and Claney and Zia, my main 3 like mods first starting out within in this, bro. And may I add, Claney is a goddamn admin within the fucking server. He be putting up the channel for the memes Monday before this. I even get to it. I be forgetting like shit. And then I just see in the logs, Claney has now opened the memes Monday channel. I was like, damn, I forgot. Damn, Claney, shit. I remember once it is Monday. Bro, be working. And you wanna know something, chat? There was a period of time to where it is that Claney was like, I want to take some time out. You know, Ari, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna go. I need some space and everything like that, like to work on myself and everything. I'm like, okay, cool. That's fine. I understand that. I understand there's things that's going on and everything like that. I would never put myself and say like, oh, well, you still had to be here and everything like that. If you're not like feeling up to it, cool. This man was gone for at least a smooth like 2 months, 2-3 months of shit, and then came back, and I was hitting him up. I'm like, Claney, are you okay? I'm like, Claney, are you okay? I miss you, gang. I miss you, gang. I hope it is you all right. You know. And like Coach is another one that disappeared, and I had to go check up on him. Damn, freaking Grim has left a couple times, and I'm just like, nah, come back here. I'm putting this fishing rod out, and I'm reeling you back in this motherfucker. You're not leaving me, damn it. You're not leaving this community. Shit, you know. But I wholeheartedly appreciate y'all, man. I do, because when there's a lot of things that goes on with like Twitch within itself and all these different changes and everything like that, if I ain't had y'all, then I wouldn't be here. Yeah, Mr. Grim Reaper. Do you have plans for DreamCon? Yes, I do. Just the thing, DreamCon is in a month. So I will be there. It's gonna be my 3rd year in a row. Going. I'm super excited to see everybody. I'm what can I say? I will say my scheduling when it comes down to DreamCon, I'm just with whatever the vibes are. Whatever the motion is, I'm going to the motion. Point blank period. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Shackled like a Hebrew slave. First of all, relax. But I will say, anybody who is going to DreamCon, get the chance to go. You know, I know when it comes down to like money aspect of like, you know, if you have it in order to go, like flights, figuring out where you're gonna stay, food, you know, travel expenses and all that, and I would say go to it, because wholeheartedly, if I did not go to DreamCon back in 2021, my first DreamCon, I don't think me starting out with streaming would have been as impactful as the way that it did. I met a lot of people there off of just vibes by itself. It wasn't even on no structured shit. It was just, we just happened to be there. We linked up and we just had so much fun with each other, man. And I would never take that away. I will always have that. I always will have that memory to my, like, you know, to say it is like, I had so much fun at my first DreamCon where I was Ari, but I was not blue-haired Ari. I was just regular Ari with the camera, just doing film and stuff like that. And me bringing my film camera there is when, you know, got within the press community. Got to meet everybody within RDC, got to meet everybody within some bros before some bros name was established like that. And just to see that like take off, like, yo, it's, you know, I admire your ability to type and talk, because I have a brain aneurysm. You know, like this was a time period within myself. This was actually, this was not of April 2020. This was more like 2019. This picture is in 2019. As Ari, I was known for just photographer Ari. I was known as just filmer Ari. And this is black hair version of me, you know? I was still out here a little thick, you know what I'm saying? Little thickums, you know what I'm saying? You said, them legs though, you feel me. You feel me, them legs was, Them legs were doing what it's supposed to motherfucking do. That's because I was carrying heavy ass equipment all the time. I'm carrying a goddamn heavy ass camera bag and a camera and shit like that, bro. I was tired, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then I did my little modeling here, a little here and there. You know what I'm saying? A little, you know what I'm saying? This is Ari. This is regular Ari here. You don't do photography anymore? No, I do. I just like, I don't just be in the studio like that anymore. I don't be in the studio like that. You know what I'm saying? Back when I was a main easy girl, and I said, hey, listen, Berlin, I'm buying some merch and I'm gonna go ahead and do the shoot really fast. Cause you know, yeah. Before this, he actually started doing merch of like, you know, photography, essence, and stuff like that. I was just like, I bet, let me go ahead, let me do this. And I gave an idea, you know what I mean? Gave an idea and I'm like, I bet I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do this. And this somehow or another, this picture still floats around quite a bit. It's just like, yo, oh my God, Ari's doing the Sonic pose. You know? So all of this stuff was before I went to like, you know, before Blue Hair Saga began. Actually, let me find the picture. Let me find like the group photo we took at DreamCon. My first DreamCon. My first DreamCon, man. Look at this shit, y'all. All these amazing individuals I was with, and then you see me back here. You know what I'm saying? You see little old me in the back and whatnot. All these amazing ass people, man. My first DreamCon. First damn DreamCon. Had the chance to really hang out with everybody and whatnot. Damn, this was when Crack actually had dreads. Back when the boy Crack had some dreads before he shaved it all like that, man. The height difference, yes. The height difference is crazy. You know? All the homies, man. All of them. We definitely gotta take hella pictures with the gang. Of course. We do. But you know, I had a chance. The only person is we miss is Yandy. Not Yandy. That's Candy. Yazzie. That's the only one it is we missing was Yazzie out of this picture. But I honestly God, like, you know, it was worth it for me to go to DreamCon. I didn't have no funds. I had no funds like that to really, yeah, bro. Yazzie was drunk, nigga. I was drunk. First night there, man. Embarrassed my fucking self. I was so embarrassed, bro. I was so freaking embarrassed. I don't know if I told this story or not. Actually, let me stop recording. Let me stop recording this.